Welcome to another episode of Obscured Reality. Join your hosts, Mark and Stephanie, as they take you through a journey of the extraordinary, bizarre, and often frightening world of the unknown. Explore topics of the paranormal, UFOs, alien abduction, lost civilizations, mythical monsters, and other unexplained mysteries. Come along with us as we transcend into another dimension of obscured reality.
Welcome back
to Obscured Reality.
Whoa, she's fucking with me this time, guys. Welcome back. I was waiting for that, and I was going to sing a song, too, because she just started hitting that vape, but you got me on that one. It's
Finally.
It's Fuck Me Saturday. Yes, welcome back, guys. Stevie obviously is here, and I just popped in. Yeah, I got an interesting one for tonight, but before we get into that,
Okay.
I gotta say, guys, like, share, subscribe, comment down below. If you have a story of your own, obscure story, of course, shoot us an email at obscuredr1@gmail.com. It should be popping up on the screen right now. Obscured with a D, R1@gmail. Type story in the subject line. Let us know your story in the body, and we will tell your story for you. If you'd like to come on the show, it's super simple to do. You can do so. You can do so anonymously and tell your own story if you'd like, and we can have a chat and a drink about it. All right, let's get into it. I'm gonna crouch down a little bit, get a little more relaxed.
Okay.
And I have to say, again, it seems like this might be becoming a trend. What I have to say is, America, not even America, humanity, you're not letting down again.
Oh, Lord.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Yeah, this isn't UAPs. This
What
isn't
did Florida
aliens.
man do now?
This isn't ghosts. Of course, though, it could be considered maybe along the paranormal track and has nothing to do with Florida. This has to do with Mexico.
Shocking.
Mexico.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep. A news story that just
Mexico.
came out this week. Ugh. The Virgin Mary statue reportedly crying in Mexico town sparks questions about potential miracle. Okay, we've all heard these stories, and we're going to bring up some pictures too. We've all heard these stories before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go... We'll talk. Let's do this story first. We'll talk.
Yeah.
So, this is in the Mexican state of Colima. A statue of the Virgin Mary, reportedly weeping tears, drew crowds and onlookers and questions.
Is it oil? Is she crying oil?
And that's the show, guys. We will come Hey, let me fucking get there. No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
100% oil. Not 100%. Well, no, it's not.
So it's not 100% virgin or olive oil?
Now, if that came out to be virgin oil, then I'd be like,
it needs to be extra virgin
real.
olive oil.
This
it
is
better
true.
Be extra virgin.
Virgin Mary's crying. That oil better
Fucking
be virgin.
Evo. Fucking Virgin Mary crying Evo.
Oh my God.
We're going to hell and it's a fun fucking ride. Let me tell you what.
Oh, God damn. Oh, too many puns that aren't intended to be puns. Shit. All right. So, it drew crowds of onlookers and obviously questions about a potential miracle. The statue was first noticed crying in October, but videos of the statue's purported tears gained traction on social media in mid-November. The statue is encased. It's encased in glass. Yeah, the statue is encased in glass. Is named the Virgin of Dolores. It's located in the town of El Chanal, which is near the city of Colima, the capital of the state with the same name. Okay.
Is this
Interesting.
like north, central, south Mexico? Like,
you got a Google map there? Pull it up.
you always get on me for doing Google.
Fuck me. Fuck me.
Jesus.
I
The
just
one
told you
time
guys
you want me to Google.
No, I'll Google it.
Yes, because I'm
like
not
I
going to be on my
said,
phone, goddammit.
It's you got a computer right there in front of you.
So do you.
You pull it up on that and nobody knows. They think you're looking at them.
No, because I'm
Okay.
It's very clear.
I got it up here. The map.
Good job.
Get your hopes up, people. Let's see. All right, let's share this stuff. Let's take a look. Here's a map of Colima. Well, here's a map of Mexico. We're gonna be looking at.
Oh, found it.
Yeah, right. Ooh, Michoacan, my favorite city to visit in Mexico. You can usually find me hiding in a dug hole about 8 feet deep, so I don't get kidnapped by the cartels. There's Colima. That's down there.
Yes,
That's
it
down
is.
there. So it is to the due west of Mexico City.
It's
due
like
west of Mexico City.
Okay.
South of Guadalajara and Jalisco.
Okay.
Due west of Michoacan. Northwest of Guerrero.
Vallarta?
Yeah, northwest of Guerrero. So it's right near the coast. Maybe we can hit a little satellite view, see what's growing out there.
So the Jalisco. I was at the liquor store earlier today because I had to get a beer for my stew, and they had non-alcoholic Jalisco, and I was like, "What the fuck does that? What is it? First off, second off, what does that taste like?"
I've seen that stuff. Yeah, I don't know.
They're like, it's a tequila mix, and I'm like,
oh yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yep.
So, what does the satellite show? Anything growing? Anything good?
Oh wow, look at that. No. I wouldn't point it out if there was. I'd probably get a knock from a bullet on the door at 2 a.m. I'm good. We all know what's going on. So, yeah, Dolores translate to sorrow or pain. Well, of course it does.
Dolores translate to sorrow or pain. Okay.
Yep, that's what we got. So in Catholicism, one of the titles, that's what I said. In Catholicism, one of the titles of the, I know what you heard, because I know what the fuck I said. In Catholicism, one of the titles of the Virgin Mary is Our Lady of Sorrows, inspired by a prophecy in the Gospel of Luke. So
she's Our Lady of a lot of things. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. No comment.
She's Our Lady of Peace. Get out of the gutter.
No comment, because I'm going to offend people. I don't want to offend anyone. So a couple of tears started flowing. This is what eyewitness Victor Ramos told the news outlet CEN. The statue's eyes reddened as she cried, claimed Ramos. Similarly, when we cry and our eyes become red, the same happens to the image, Ramos said. Well, no shit. Everybody knows that fucking happens to us. Why
it also happens when we get high. Maybe she was just high.
It's also what happens when you get poked in the fucking eye.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
It's also what happens when you wake up in the morning. I mean, we know that, people.
Yeah.
Perhaps the statue's tears were a reaction to the violence rates that are being experienced here in the state of Colima. Also here in the community, said Ramos. Okay, 100% conjecture. We're good on the lame quotes, guys. We don't need to hear any more of this, Mr. News Channel. The U.S. Department of State is right now warning against traveling to the entire state of Colima due to the crime and kidnapping. I mean, right. So don't go down there to visit the statue. In 2022, the city of Colima had a homicide rate of 181.94 homicides per 100,000 residents. said Mexico's Citizens Council for Public Safety and Criminal Justice. This was the highest in the world. I want to know where the 0.94 came from. Is that like someone was... I don't even know. It is
I
what
feel
it is.
like they they had to like narrow the numbers down so it wasn't like
Did they kill like 3/4 of the body?
sure.
The other quarter was living? I don't know.
Sure.
It's just fractions. I get it.
I don't do fractions.
Yeah, ever since videos of the supposedly crying statue went viral on social media platforms, the church has experienced a slew of visitors
Of course it
hoping
has.
to see the crying statue for themselves.
Well, let's just say that they won't have a problem with donations for a while.
How convenient.
I know. Things that make
two
you go,
Catholic priests told Fox News Digital that they were hesitant to endorse any devotion to the supposedly miraculous occurrence.
They don't
These
hesitate about other
phenomena-
things.
I have a joke about that. If I can remember the whole thing, I'll tell it. It's a good one. These phenomena have to be subject to the judgment of the church, which usually comes from the local bishop after an investigation and hearing experts on the matter, said Friar Thomas Petrie.
Said Friar
OP.
Tuck.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just
President of the Dominican House of Studies in Washington, D.C.
Friar
Tuck.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry.
Often, there's a natural explanation for these sorts of things, he said. So, I must note, it is kind of nice and refreshing to hear, even from what you would call the heads of the churches and stuff, that they're kind of putting the brakes on it, saying, whoa, let's not jump to conclusions. There's most likely a likely explanation. Let's just look into it more and see, right? So it's kind of nice to hear that they're not just jumping to with everyone else.
Miracles.
That's what was happening, because who knows, right? But even after an investigation by church authorities in which no natural reason is found, Catholics are not obliged to believe in these phenomena, said Petrie. Well, what do you mean they're not obliged to? Of course they're not obliged to. Are you saying that they are obliged on other things? They're forced to... I just took that sentence as weird that they said that. Even though no reason was really found that could show what happened, Catholics are not obliged to believe in these phenomena. Well, thank you for telling Catholics what they can and can't be obliged to think.
I just gotta keep my mouth shut.
I mean,
Just gotta keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, me too.
Not gonna offend.
However,
more than
we can always be grateful for any event or occurrence that causes people to pause and think about God and heavenly realities. That's fine. That's good. Friar Paul Hedman, a priest of the Archdiocese of St. Paul and Minneapolis, and a self-described skeptic on these types of phenomena, also urged caution. Quote, people should remain indifferent and not get too excited until the church is able to investigate, he said. A crying statue, said Hedman, could be caused by something such as condensation or outright fraud by those looking to make a buck. I would generally encourage people to maintain a healthy skepticism. The truth will come forward, and it is better to be cautious than to pour your soul into something that turns out to be inauthentic, he said.
Every single time I've heard of a crying statue in the news, it usually goes away very quickly.
Yeah, they don't last long. I don't think they draw much for ratings. I mean,
it's a clickbait headline.
Yeah, we'll look at some clickbait in a minute.
Oh, I love clickbait.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, we don't do the clickbait bullshit here. I don't even know it. I know how. I could BS, but yeah. Maybe I'll try one of these
I
days.
mean,
But we
I
got
feel like I've stood in the checkout line with my mom for long enough as a child staring at tabloid headlines that I could probably create a good one or two.
Michael Jackson had sex with an alien. That's why his kids are looking. Whatever. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
statues that appear to
Dennis
be
Rodman
crying.
is an alien.
Well,
I mean, I do remember that headline,
we need to
though.
go to the source on that and find out. And that's Kim Jong Un.
Ah!
Yo! Statues that appear to be crying or experiencing other such unusual things are an uncommon but not unheard of phenomenon and
Mhm.
is not limited to Christianity. Okay? So, the first pictures we're going to look at, these are going to be of this, statue and the alleged crying in tears. Now, I'm not saying there's any tears in this photo, but these are photos, close-ups of this statue in a glass case. She looks, oh, please help me, Lord. Let's go to the next picture. There we got, boom. There we got a tear coming down. Oh boy.
Mm.
Oh, I've always wondered on these, like, how easy would it be, like, when you're building this statue, if they like put it on a base, right? And they put some type of little like water pump in the base, totally hidden, and run a hose up through the statue as they build it right to the back of the eye, right there, and just like once every 3 years, just like hit that
Turn it
pump for a
on.
minute.
Just to fuck with people.
And here's the third picture. Oh man, she looks so miserable.
If I
So
was
miserable.
stuck in a glass case in a church, I would be pretty miserable too.
Yeah, and I'm not making fun of religion. I'm not making fun of the statue. It's just, let's have some fun, please. Comment down below. It doesn't take much. So let's look at some other stories here. One other story, at least, a couple. In 1995, India experienced a full-blown frenzy.
Oh Lord.
Wow. After it was reported that statues of the Hindu god Ganesh appeared to be drinking milk. The Independent reported at the time. Ganesh appeared to be drinking milk. So, I read that and I'm like, there's more to it, right? But just that first sentence, I'm like, what did the fucking statue get up and go down to the local 7-Eleven in India and purchase a carton of milk and started fucking slugging it down? Like,
did they bring
what the
milk
fuck?
offerings to the elephant god? I'm pretty sure Ganesh is the elephant god.
I don't know. Well, let's move on. We'll find out what's going on. So, in September of that year, 1995, rumors began swirling throughout India that statues of Ganesh, multiple, were miraculously drinking milk that was offered on spoons. It is a Hindu custom to offer food and drinks to statues of gods. Milk sales in New Delhi rose by 30% over the days that followed as curious Indians tried to see
I was
if their
correct.
statues would also drink the milk.
I was correct. It is the elephant.
Yeah. Scientists later said that the statue's supposed consumption of milk was actually a natural phenomenon known as capillary action. Capillary action, commonly known as capillary effect or motion, is when liquid flows through narrow spaces without external forces such as gravity. Rather, the liquid's movement is aided by intermolecular forces present in between the liquid and solid surface. Makes perfect fucking sense. Ganesh ain't drinking shit, guys. Ain't drinking shit.
So,
Yes?
my thing is though, like, how, like, that's weird to me. Like the whole idea
Here's
of
a
like
picture
milk,
of
milk,
Here's
and
a
an
people
elephant.
feeding a statue of Ganesh some milk.
Yeah, that's just we're feeding elephants milk. That's weird to me, but okay.
I mean, come on. I mean, religions a very big thing out there.
Mhm.
So, I'm not, I can't make fun of it, but,
Don't insult the cows.
you know, at some point you got to have common sense, and I'm not saying I'd be able to figure it out, but I'm just saying, it's, come on.
Yeah.
Well, let's look at another one. A weeping Virgin Mary statue had its tears tested, revealing an unlikely substance. Now, this is not related to tonight's short story. This is not related, but very similar.
Mm-hmm.
We might even bring up Catholicism.
Catholicism?
I'm going to call it Catholicism. I'm going to call it Catholicism. Oh, God. Back in 2018, a church in New Mexico, not Mexico, guys, but the New Mexico
Yep, the new version.
claimed that their statue of the Virgin Mary was weeping liquid from its eyes. Whoa. What else would it be weeping? Butterflies? What the fuck else? Toast? Cereal?
So was this liquid
You
clear?
speak. I gotta pour a drink. I'm gonna start getting pissed off.
So was it like clear liquid? Was it red? Like, are we talking blood tears, regular
Still
tears?
Still a liquid. We're
I know,
gonna get
but
there.
I'm
I gotta pour
asking
a
because, like,
drink.
if it's blood, I'm kind of curious if there was like any iron inside of the statue that just happened to be leaking out because iron
Why?
is red.
Yeah.
Also, there is a phenomenon called blood falls up in the Arctic Circle, and essentially it's just a waterfall of very iron-rich blood coming off of a glacier, and it's just because it's very iron-rich water. It's not blood.
Here's my drink for tonight.
Oh,
Water.
sure.
There's only a little. Oh,
Yeah, spicy water, huh?
there's only a little bit left in there. The rest is my mug. So okay.
Spicy water.
Well, we'll find out what this was.
Okay.
So, liquid from its eyes. It all started on May 20th, 2018, Pentecost Sunday in the Catholic religious calendar, when the parishioners of the Roman Catholic Diocese of Las Cruces, New Mexico, reportedly witnessed the statue crying tears during a noon mass.
I feel like I recall this.
Oh, you probably do. Experts analyzed the substance and concluded it was olive oil mixed with perfume, similar in composition to chrism, CHRISM. I've never even heard that word. Similar to chrism, the holy anointment balm often used in Christian rites such as baptism. However, church authorities reportedly could not establish where the oil was coming from. It came from her fucking eyes, guys. We already established that.
I mean, I'm sure it was probably in a dropper where someone was like, low key, everyone's looking down praying. Bloop, bloop. Amen.
Yeah. Yeah. So it turned out it was chrism. To explain the case, some skeptics suggested the church had set up the situation as a hoax to bring more people into the church. The diocese officials denied this, claiming cameras in the church showed it wasn't an orchestrated
Okay, then show
stunt.
us the fucking videos.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time you hid something from camera, church. I'm sure all those little boys weren't on camera either.
I'm sure all those Native American children weren't on camera either as well.
All right. Creating a fake weeping statue is relatively easy. Sometimes it happens naturally through condensation, but typically, even the most innovative approaches are not too complicated. Hoaxes are so easy to do that the Catholic Church itself either moves pretty... I was going to say moves priests quickly.
They sure do move through priests
when they
quickly.
get found out.
Yep.
Either moves pretty quickly with investigators or doesn't take an official stance and lets it play out. Well, of course, that is the common sense approach. Don't take a stance. Don't say shit. Let it play out, because then you're gonna get more people at Sunday mass, more donations. I mean, offerings or whatever.
Same,
Um,
but different.
yeah,
But same.
only a couple of weeping statues have been recognized by the church in the last few decades. There have been several widely publicized cases in Italy where statues began weeping blood. In 2002, a statue of Catholic Saint Padre Pio was seen with tears of blood, which turned out to belong to a woman. In 2008, a church custodian was put on trial for faking blood tears on a statue of the Virgin Mary. His DNA matched that of the tears.
Science,
The
motherfuckers. Science,
yeah,
science,
yeah.
science.
The most controversial case was a Virgin Mary statue in 1995 in the Italian town of holy crap, I won't be able to pronounce this one.
In the town of holy crap, huh?
I might be able to do all right.
All right, let's hear it.
Civitavecchia. Civitavecchia. It's so Civitavecchia.
I would have to actually look at it. I tried for a
Yeah, of
second to
course,
keep it in my
of
head,
course.
but you lost me after like the fifth letter.
Yeah, so Virgin Mary statue, 95, Italian town of Civitavecchia, where about 60 people claimed they saw a statue shed blood tears on 14 occasions. The blood was found to be male. The owner of the statue, a gentleman called Fabio Gregori, refused to take a DNA test.
I wonder why.
Fuck, all I would too.
Why?
I mean, I just don't want them having my DNA. That's all. Wow. Okay. It's picture time, kids. Let's take a look at some pictures. So here's our first picture. Toast pizza. I don't know. Looks like toast. What do you see, Stevie? I see a face. I see a
gingerbread man.
I see what looks like that sad face we saw right. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong thing right here.
Go
Now,
back.
Invert that picture.
Nope.
Turn this picture from facing the way you're seeing it to facing the opposite way. Kind of looks like that almost. Yeah, I told you. Yeah, motherfucker. I'm right. Of course, I just put that in your head too.
Yes,
Seriously,
that's
though,
the
it
thing.
does look like
That's
that.
the thing, though.
Yep.
The brain automatically, it is absolutely like by nature that the brain will try to find human features in non-human inanimate objects. That is
Yeah,
a known
but-
thing. Thank
But
you.
it does look like that.
Yeah, it only looks like that because you pointed it out. If it wasn't that, I'm like, it looks, because I was staring at the same spot. I'm like, gingerbread man?
Well, I must say the hairdo though is amazing. Look at the hair. That's
I
gotta
know.
be down to her ass,
Dude, that is some luxurious curls right there. That's some
Yeah.
fucking like Hollywood starlet shit.
Well, breakfast time, folks. What do we have here?
Oh, God,
Shit,
now
I
I
don't even
see
know what
it.
the hell that is.
See, I
But,
don't. I know what people want to see. I know they want to see Jesus, but what I see is like
It looks to
I'm
me
a-
like
I'm
two
about-
people and one kissing the other one on the forehead.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say it looks like John Lennon and Yoko Ono.
Oh God. Ugh.
Do you see it?
No, let's move on from that.
I see it.
Yoko Ono.
I know.
She's nice.
Sorry. Sorry.
And- all right, let's move on, guys. It's still breakfast time. Oh yeah, well, there's probably a holy figure in
So
there.
here's the thing.
Yeah, what is
That
the thing?
looks-
I want to hear.
Okay, so that 100%, it's so well done. It almost looks like
it's
it was
too
a
intricate.
stamp that someone
course.
gently pressed into their bread and then they
Of course,
toasted
it was a fucking stamp.
Yes,
Of course, somebody fucked it. Come on.
I know. That's what I'm
Come
saying.
on.
Duh.
Come on. Let's
Come
get
on.
real. Of
I know,
course.
duh.
Yeah, I mean,
Ouch.
well, let's move on again. Oh, we got a banana. I don't know where that's been, but I don't see the Virgin Mary or Jesus Christ in that banana. What I see is those big goddamn heads out in like, where are they? Like Ireland or Isle of Man or
No, you're thinking of Easter
not
Island.
like Stonehenge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Easter Island. That's what I see.
You
but
know what I
now with the
see?
black marks,
You know what I see?
I see a play toy.
I see a I see a fucked up character from Saw.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like a scary face to me.
It is kind of freaky. And then the middle
It
one,
looks
you know what the middle
like
one
an
looks
early
like?
human face. It
Marky
looks like
Mark.
Trump. No, it looks like Trump.
Okay, I see that. Yeah, I kind of saw Marky Mark at first, and then the last one, whoever it is, they're they're on the rack. They're on the medieval torture device called the rack, and they're being pulled apart from all different directions.
Well, the middle one, I don't know what that is.
No,
but
I'm saying
I'm
the
sorry, not the
oranges.
middle one. Yeah, not the middle one, the right one. I
Yeah.
don't know what that is, but if you look at the dark spot at the top and the glowing white right below it,
Oh,
you
yeah.
clearly see, what would appear to be a head of Jesus and blah blah blah.
Oh, I
blah,
definitely
and it's
see what
like,
they're trying to say. I see someone
that's
being pulled apart on the rack.
Yeah. When you said the rack, I didn't understand what you said. I thought you said the rag.
N-
RAG, and I'm like, oh, well, that red spot down in the middle, right between the legs, fucking matches perfectly. That's gross, Stevie. Your mind went there. I guess that's a blood orange. Oh, shit. I got them once in a while. When I do, they're good.
That was great.
That's a blood orange.
I fucking love that.
Comment down below.
That-
Comment down below.
Comment down
We're
below.
up above. Where
That
the
was
fuck it's at. You guys know where it's at. Why do we always say that? Why do people on YouTube always say that? Comment down below. Like, you guys know where the fucking comment button is.
Yeah.
Drinking's a requirement from now on.
You know what? I was drinking earlier.
It just brought my fun level up a notch.
You know what brings my fun level up?
No.
Yes.
No, you start yawning.
No, look, I yawn because I work a 10-hour shift every time I have to do this. It sucks. I work a 10-hour shift. I come home. I either decide that I'm going to take a nap and become more tired, or I'm going to stay up and be tired.
I just made smoke rings for the first time in my life.
Oh, congratulations!
What?
Wow.
You'd go like this. You go.
Let me see.
I can't show you because I got to take this and hit it on the table, and it shoots out a fucking cool. Oh my God, new parlor trick. All right, next picture, guys. Next picture. Oh, we got what? Rotten potato chips or something here.
Okay,
I mean,
see Slipknot Jesus. I see it.
I see black mold Jesus.
Slipknot Jesus.
With a little bit of, those must be sour cream and onion chips.
Oh my God, you're
I
right.
see the green.
I see you're right. They are sour cream and onion.
How many years did these fuckers let these things sit out
I think
on a
it's just
black
that
cloth?
one. I think it's just that one was like a rotten potato that didn't get picked
they all
through.
look like they all look like shit. All of those chips look like
They're
shit.
probably Lay's. Leave them alone.
Lay's are good. I like Lay's better than Ruffles because I prefer the thin.
Those look
But
like
Ruffles are good.
Lay's.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks like the sour cream and onion.
I know they don't look like they've been sitting out though, so I don't know what you're talking about. They look.
Oh, they do to me. They
I don't
look
know.
like crap.
I guess apparently I don't
Well,
eat chips enough.
Let's move on. Oh, breakfast time again. We already saw the picture on the right, picture on the left. Oh, good God. Holy Jesus, Mother Mary of God. That's Jesus. That's Jesus.
That is Jesus and the 80s Mary, but this Jesus.
No, that's the chick from the B-52s.
Oh, you're right.
It's the hair.
But Jesus over here, that looks like, again, something probably got stamped. It's too perfect. Like the nose line in itself,
Yeah, I
and
don't
like
know.
the beard line.
You especially close up, and you already know what we're talking about. You could easily pull this out if you burnt the goddamn toast, and if there's something in any type of formation on there, you could. I mean, I could go in there right now. I could drive home from the studio. I could go pop some toast in the toaster and burn the fuck out of it. I bet you I could get something out of it,
I'm willing to
I
go
don't
try
know,
that
you know.
on my Eggo waffle.
Yeah, tomorrow, not tonight. But
Oh, right after
well,
this, actually.
yeah, let's move on. Breakfast time. Now, you want to talk about a fucking stamp?
That it's the same
That's a
fucking stamp from earlier.
that's the goddamn type of stamp that you heat up and brand cows with. This is this was out there. um, I did not look for any stories behind these. These are just for entertainment purposes only. Clearly, this is this is done up.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody. I mean, I would do something like this purposely, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would too. Next, we have an arm. I mean, a burrito. So, I mean, it only makes sense because
I
half these
really thought
stories
that
come
was
from
road
stuff-
rash on an arm when you said that.
This is a burrito. I
Yes.
did read that, and that makes perfect fucking sense. You know why?
Mm.
Because most of these stories about statues crying come from fucking Mexico,
Yeah,
right? So
true.
now I'm not quite sure of an image on here. I'm seeing what I normally see when we get a bean and cheese burrito for my kid from Taco Bell.
I mean, I get why they see that, but it's, again, like you said,
I don't
because
see
we're
anything.
talking about it.
I don't see shit. We're talking about it. I don't see shit.
I see the general outline. It's an outline. It's not like a face like the last toast ones were. But I see a general outline of what could be considered a person.
Yeah.
But
okay.
again,
Well, that's all
burrito.
you. That's all you.
Just a burrito.
Next and last.
That
I
is
don't know what this thing's supposed to be.
A pancake.
But yeah, sure. But
Terrible.
good God, I mean, you really gotta like pull on the strings here to fucking find something in this.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I see what is probably being considered as the two head formations, but I still, you know, I guess if you look at the top right one, if you look at the top right one, you can pick out what could be considered two eyes, a nose, and a mouth, and it's kind of looking to its right, our left, towards the other figure. Yeah, I get that, but I wouldn't look at this and pick that out of there.
Mm-mm.
You know,
I don't even see that.
Here's what I need. Okay, if you want me to believe this shit is real and this shit's happening, I'm gonna show you the type of proof I need. I need to put toast in the goddamn toaster, and when it comes out, I need this. And when that happens, Stevie, obscured reality will become
That's it.
Catholicism reality,
Catholicism.
and we will be religious all the time.
Yes.
I will be.
Wow.
And you'll drop off the show because you'll be like, this motherfucker is religious now. That's
Facts.
what I need to believe. That this shit's happening. But you know,
the more
holy
I
God,
see that one on the right, the more I'm like, yeah, I don't believe that one now.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know, I mean, can I tell you how many times I've seen an image in the clouds? I mean, come on.
Right?
I just can't.
I mean,
I just can't.
It's literally
We've all
part
seen-
of like people's winter tradition to cut the seed of the first persimmon, and based on what animal it fucking is determines the type of winter it's gonna be. Like people.
Wish someone cut my seed. Oh, man, it doesn't take much, guys. It doesn't fucking take much. And Stevie keeps throwing out key words here. It's hard not to. There's Ganesh again. He's having his lovely milk. Do elephants even like milk?
I
Right.
doubt it.
They shoot mud all over and water and shit, and I don't know. But, you know, back to the pathetic picture of the statue here. She looks horrible. She looks like she's like, please don't torture me.
Just end
Yeah,
it.
the tears
End
don't help.
my torture.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be staring at this thing all for an hour and a half during a church service. It's probably a nice looking statue and all that. I get it, but It's in a glass case. It's in Mexico. We
It's the dead
know it's
eyes.
usually pretty warm. Hey, why don't you Google something for me real quick? Just Google, like, what are the October 2023 temperatures in Colima, Mexico? What are the 2023 October temperatures in Colima, Mexico? I'm curious because you guys got to remember this thing's in a fucking glass case. And they obviously said condensation. So you got the heat building up in here, like a child being left in a locked car in a parking lot in summertime, right? There's probably no air conditioning in here. It all depends where it's at, but and it would make more sense if there is air conditioning. But this thing's getting
Oh
heated
wow.
up in 90-degree weather
Yeah, you're right.
overnight, over fucking night, and then they come in, for days at a time. Then they come in on a Sunday or whatever days they do it in Mexico for church, and turn on the AC an hour before people get there. And now you got all this warmth inside this glass case, and you have all the cold air on the outside. I mean, come on, guys. Just think a little bit. What are we looking at? 2023 temperatures, October in
Wow,
Colima,
actually,
Mexico.
you were pretty accurate about the temperatures. It pretty much ranged from like 84 at the very like coldest all the way up to it looks like
Wait, you're saying
90.
84 is the low or the highest on certain days?
That is the
You're saying the lowest
highest.
high?
It's the lowest high of the month.
Okay.
It's the lowest high of the month. So like
So 84 to what?
so between 84 to like it looks like 93 is the
Oh, man.
average high temperatures for it, and then it looks like the high 60s, well pretty much the 60s, all bouncing around the 60s is what you're going to get at night.
For the low.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, now, the only thing I would say, though, I got to point this out because, I've always said on Obscured Reality, one of the things we're about, I'm going to say me, and Stevie, I think, is on the same page. She will definitely correct me if I'm wrong, but PFEs, proof, facts, evidence. We're about using common sense, and I'm not trying to downplay things. We're just having fun, okay? And some of this might be harder for me to believe, just like there's things that are harder for you to believe.
Yeah.
So I look at this, and regardless, glass case, condensation, whatever, okay? But here's the other thing, I think about is, let's say this is condensation. Why is it restricted to coming from the eyes every time?
Yeah. And why does it not
Okay.
happen all the time?
Right. If I looked like that, I'd be crying all the fucking time. But seriously, I want to point that out. Every time it's coming from the eyes. So here's where my mind goes with that. I want to go in there every time this situation pops up in whatever church or wherever it pops up. I want to go in there, and this one's in particular is enclosed in a glass case. Okay, well, it just happens to be coming from the eyes. What a coinkydink, right? What a coincidence. I want to go in there, and I want to check out that glass case. I want to see how easy that is to remove or not remove, because I am willing to place some money on a game of roulette and say that if that glass case is easily removed by a couple people that work there, and they go in and they mix some water in with some oil, that the oil is not going to just dry up as quickly as water.
Yep.
I want to know, because this always comes from the eyes. And if that, go in there, take this glass case off. Can it be removed? Is it literally encased in here, and the only way to get this goddamn thing out is to break the glass? Then you're going to get me along the route of possibly being able to convince me of something. But my guess is that glass case
Is on there
Can
pretty
probably,
well.
my guess is it could probably be removed.
Hmm.
It's probably locked on there. There may be a way of latching that on using some locks or something. But, I don't know. I'd have to see it. I can't say for sure. I don't know.
Hmm.
But, it's coming from the eyes. If it's condensation, then that's very questionable to me. Why that would be happening? I would think
Uh,
it would be coming from the top of the head because that condensation, the heat's going up, the air is cooling down at night around it. You turn the AC on, whatever, and it's in the glass case. The heat's going up, and that condensation is coming down on the top. So you would expect to be seeing it coming down in numerous places, not just from both eyes, and that's it.
I feel like this is just another like situation like the ones that were crying blood that were obviously somebody else's.
It's probably
This,
bullshit.
yeah, this to me is just water and a dropper when someone's not looking.
Yeah, yeah. So I want to check out the glass case. I'm sorry, I just can't. I can't commit to something like that.
Right.
There's too many possible variables for an alternative explanation. And they already said there's too many hoaxes. And they even said with this story, don't jump to putting your hearts and souls into this because you never know. It might be a hoax. That tells me
That
they've
is a
had way
hoax.
too many hoaxes with this
Yeah.
bullshit. No, not necessarily
Ah.
that this one is or isn't, but it tells me that they've had way too many hoaxes in the past and they've smartened up and now they know, hey, don't jump into this with your heart and soul.
Mm.
But if our priests are being accused of anything illegal,
Lord
it is
forbid.
what it is. Yeah, God forbid. Well, on that note, I'm going to go cry myself to sleep tonight, guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. I want to know how you guys cry yourselves to sleep at night. Hey, kind of interesting. I'd like to know how you guys do fall asleep at night. Do you just literally lay down and close your eyes and just shut your brain off? You don't think? Or do you think about stuff? Do you play scenarios through your head? Do you think about
Mm-hmm.
the illegal things you would do if there was no law and order, or the things you would do if it was legal? What do you do to put yourself to sleep? Also, on a more important note, if you have an obscure story of your own, paranormal, UFOs, UAPs, you have Virgin Marys in every room in your house and they cry all goddamn day and night, shoot us an email at obscuredr1
And
at
a video.
gmail.com. And I want proof, a video. Type story in the subject line. Tell us your story in the body. We will tell your story for you anonymously. If you want to come on the show, by all fucking means, it's super simple to do. And you can come on the show with us anonymously if you'd like or not and tell your own story to the world, to the ether that is YouTube.
Yeah.
That would be great. I would prefer that. I think that'd be great. And we could talk, have a good time. Stevie, bells and whistles.
Yes. Don't forget to hit the bell so that you're notified every time another episode drops. Normally we do drop an episode 8/5 Eastern Pacific. Haha. Sometimes we release why do I struggle with that every time? I just need to write it out so I can just read it.
5 Pacific, 8 Eastern. That's
I-
the easiest way. 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern.
I just need to write it down. Anyways, sometimes we have episodes that drop throughout the week if there's something like super important that's going on that we need to discuss like immediately. There are little bonus episodes from time to time, but definitely hit that bell so you're notified of every single one.
And if you want to support the show, let me know. I'll send you a Venmo QR code.
Hey,
I'm just kidding.
don't be
I'm
kidding.
just kidding.
Don't be
No.
kidding.
No. So yeah, that's it. We got the Virgin Mary. We got the Statue of Liberty, something, whatever she was called. I don't even remember her name. Dolores? Yeah,
Dolores, yeah.
And she's crying and very clearly unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
She is stuck. What's it called? Oh man, I got to remember the name of this now. Oh god, what's the name of that face? Just that. She's just got that resting bitch face, like all the time. It sucks. I'm sorry, Mary, Dolores, whatever your name is. I feel sorry for you in that aspect. If you really are crying, then I could be converted very easily. But I need proof, and I need better proof than two tiny alleged cake alien bodies in a box at a alleged congressional hearing in Mexico.
Yeah.
On that note, peace. Peace. Ha. Catch you next time.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to check back with us often for new episodes. Feel free to drop a comment, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Obscured Reality.